Welcome to Lifestyles. Happy Sunday. I've been having technical difficulties. I've been trying to get the young man, or excuse me, gentleman that I know named Cornelius Bridges. I'm trying to get him in the link to interview him. He did 41 years in prison, and we want to see what he's been doing since he's been out of prison and what type of model citizen and person that he's become since he's been out in the world. So, hey, Shirley, how are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome to Lifestyles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, so I'm going to try my hardest to get him in here on this interview because I've been really, excuse me, I've really been trying to get him interviewed, and because he's got, excuse me, he's got a lot to say, and I just want to hear how a person is able to keep his mental fortitude and everything by and doing 41 years in prison. How did he do it? How is that possible? So let me see if I can invite him in. I'm going to try to do this again. Um, it's attorney Roberta Stanton in the house. Happy Sunday. Hey, Francis Jones. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lifestyles. I'm trying to get Cornelius in here. If not, we'll just have to get him on the phone because we really want to hear what he has to say. It is a beautiful day. It's cool, but hey, I am going to take it. It's October. So, yeah, let's see. I don't know if he's getting, if he's able to get in here. Um, so let's see if I can call him on the phone. I don't know. We just may have to call him. Cornelius,
Yeah,
any luck, my friend?
I'm here.
Uh, did you get that link? Did you did were you able to get on that link? Can you hear me, Cornelius? Cornelius, Cornelius, Mr. Cornelius. What's going on, George? Cornelius,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, I tell you what, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be a little unconventional, but I'm going to interview you from the cell phone. If you can hear me, I'm just going to ask you some questions, man, and then you can just kind of talk as loud as you can, and we're going to do it like that. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, everybody. If you could hold back on your questions right now, I'm going to interview Cornelius Bridges. This gentleman did 41 years in prison, and we want to see what he did to survive in prison, what he's been doing after prison, and what his accomplishments have been since then. Um, First of all, I'd like to say hello, Mr. Bridges. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. We've been meaning to get this interview done. Hey, Delana, if everybody can hold back on the talking right now, chatting. I'm sorry. We're doing an interview with Mr. Bridges, and after we're done doing the interview with Mr. Bridges, we're going to have some questions that if anybody wants to ask him some questions, feel free to ask him some questions. So don't forget we're live and we're talking to him on the phone because we had some technical difficulties with the computer stuff. So we'll get him on another time. We'll get Mr. Bridges on the computer another time. But for now, we're going to talk to him over the phone, and hopefully you guys can hear him talking. And we're going to ask him a few questions, or I'm going to ask him a few questions. Are you there, Mr. Bridges?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Okay. We're going to be as candid as possible, if that's okay with you. You can be honest with me, and I'm not going to say anything, hopefully, to offend you or anything like that. Just some honest, heart-to-heart questions. Is that okay with you?
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, what did you do to get 41 years in prison? If you could, if you can say that.
I was a lookout man in a robbery.
If everybody heard that or didn't hear that, he said he was a lookout man in a robbery. Okay, Mr. Bridges, what year was that you were convicted and sent to prison?
1968.
Okay, everybody, if you didn't hear that, he was convicted and sent to prison in 1968. A lot of my listeners, Mr. Bridges, weren't even born yet. So
Yeah, I know.
you have a lot of history that you can talk about and a lot of things that you can share with us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I can ask, as a lot of people are probably just curious about, so how did you survive?
It was a day-to-day thing, when I first went to prison, people were dying every day, getting stabbed up every day.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay. And if everybody can hear what he said, people were being stabbed every day. It was a day-to-day day-to-day thing to survive in prison.
For about 10 years.
I'm sorry?
For about 10 years. I had to survive about 10 years.
It took, he said,
41 years.
Okay, so it took him 10 years to really get through the survival process. And then it was, I don't know if it was smooth sailing after that, but I think he's saying.
No smooth sailing because from 68 to 2015, I quit counting at 1,000 people that I seen get killed with my own eyes.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
It didn't stop.
Okay, so if everybody can hear him, he's seen thousands of people being killed, and that's unfortunate, but that's prison. So how old were you when you went in, if I could ask?
19 years old.
Okay, hey, Lynn, how are you? Mr. Bridges was 19 years old when he went into prison in 1968. Did you have a lot of problems in the inside first coming in, or I'm just wondering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay.
I was young. They say I was new meat, and people were trying to take my manhood, but I was a man, and I didn't let it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. So we know it's rough in prison. We've heard all the stories, and as everybody's listening, he said that people were trying to take his manhood. All sorts of things like that, but he did not let that happen. He's a man, and that's what he stood on, and that's what he stood for. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna push forward a little bit. As far as the racial things that we're going through right now, what kind of racial things did you that you experienced when you were in prison and coming into the late '60s with the different different things with race and things like that. What did you go through? I'm sorry.
I was just putting it in brief how the racial thing was going, right?
Okay.
I was in 6 racial riots.
He was in 6 racial riots, everybody, if you could hear him. Okay. Wow. And you made it through. Now,
I made it through all
what's going on, Ferris Fair? Now, was the 41 years considered life back in 1968, Mr. Bridges?
No. Back then, life was you do the first 7 years, right? And after you do 7 years and they turn you down, you go up each year annually.
Okay. Okay, so
but I'm gonna show you what they did to me, right? I did the first 7, right? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I did the first 7, they turned me down. And then they turned me down 3 more years, right?
Okay.
Then they gave me a 5-year set off. Then they gave me a 3-year set off. Then they gave me an 8-year set off.
Okay, what does that mean?
8 years, okay, just like this, just in 2020, right?
Okay.
If they give me an 8-year set off, they won't talk to me again until 2028.
Wow.
But he gave me 3 8-year set offs in a row.
Okay. 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 His name is Cornelius Bridges. He did 41 years in prison. He is now free. Mr. Bridges, how long have you been free? A free man?
From December the 3rd, 68 to September the 1st, 2015.
Okay, so he's been a free man since 2015, everybody. And I think that's
and I still got a life sentence.
I'm sorry?
And I still got a life sentence.
And he still has a life sentence if anybody needs to know that. Somebody asked on my chat if you were innocent.
No.
Okay, Ferris Fair, he said he was not innocent. He did all of his time and he was not innocent. One of my people in my chat want to know what is your biggest adjustment to deal with after or to adapt with getting out?
I have never been institutionalized, and I was ready for the streets before I even got out.
Okay. My attorney friend says, was a victim hurt?
Yes, he was shot.
Okay, yes, Attorney Roberta Stanton, the victim was shot.
And he didn't die.
I'm sorry?
And he didn't die. That's how I got out of prison.
He didn't. The victim did not die, everybody. If you can hear him.
He did not die.
The victim did not die. Okay, Ferris.
He also testified that when he got shot, I was not in the room.
Okay.
He testified.
Okay.
But by me being sensitive to the fact, and after the fact, they gave me a life sentence too.
Okay. I think everybody can hear you pretty good. Somebody wants to know, how is your dating life? Is it hard for you? Somebody wants to know how your dating life is. They want to know, is your dating life hard?
No, it's not hard.
Okay. He said his date.
I can say this right here, though.
Okay.
I went 25 years straight without a female.
If every woman can hear that, he went 25 years without a female.
And after I got out, I went 17 months without a female.
Okay, I think everybody can hear you. Okay. Were there other involved? Okay, somebody wants to know, were there other guys involved and how much time did they get?
All of them had life
Life plus 14 years, everybody.
That was the last one got out.
For the last person that he was the last person that got out. And that person said, no disrespect. They were just interesting and just interested.
They get me anything.
Okay, OMG was
I'm broad-minded.
Attempted to go up the other way. One of the people, she said, without a female, was he ever did you ever want to go the other way?
No, ma'am.
And he said, no, ma'am, he did not want to go the other way. He said he loves women, and that's it. That's right.
I stayed strong, man.
Okay,
it wasn't easy, but I stayed strong.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Mr. Hudson wants to know, did he lose family members locked up? Does he have kids and family support?
Okay, well, I have never made no kids, right? But on one of my escapes, I got married.
Okay.
She had 2 kids, so them kids are mine. As far as making kids, I have not made one.
Okay. Okay, so he didn't make.
I escaped 16 times.
He escaped 16 times, everybody. But he is now a free man from 41 years. He escaped 16 times. Yes, you heard it. 16 times, everybody. But he made it home. Let's see.
And another thing.
What's that?
Even if I wouldn't escape, I still would do all that time.
You said if you wouldn't escape what?
If I wouldn't escape, I still would do all that time.
You still would have had.
That's the way the Georgia system set up.
Okay, so he did all of his time in what part of Georgia?
Reedsville State Prison, Georgia.
Reedsville State Prison, Georgia.
South Georgia. Yeah.
South Georgia, everybody. That's where he did all his time. Hard time.
And I used to wear the ball and the chain.
He wore the ball and the chain gang. Because somebody wants to know what kind of jail was that?
Ooh, it was prison.
It was prison, and it was rough. Let's see.
I picked cotton from sun up to sundown from 6 days to 74.
He picked cotton, everybody, sun up to sundown.
For 25 cents a week.
It's crazy.
And the reason why we didn't go no further than 74 because we got some letters out to the outside, let them know that they were using us for free labor.
Wow, wow. Yeah, God is awesome.
From sundown, we picked cotton from sundown from 6 to 8 to 1974.
Wow. 6 to 8 picking cotton from sun up to sundown to 1974. Wow. I was born in 1972. Wow.
That's not counting the sugar cane and working in the dairy, working on stump detail, working in the wood mill. Well, I don't work everywhere.
Okay. Somebody wants to know how old you are right now.
69.
Mr. Bridges.
I got out when I was 65.
Mr. Bridges is
I got out when I was 63.
Mr. Bridges is 69. He got out when he was 63 years old. Mr. Hudson, James Hudson, one of my faithful subscribers, wants to know, do you have a relationship with the Lord or Jesus Christ or God?
Yes.
Yes, he does have a relationship.
Always have. That's how I survive.
Okay, he said he's always had a relationship, James. And Delana wants to know, was it hard to find a job? Or is it hard to find a job? Was it hard to find a job?
Well, when I get out, I'll put in 132 applications.
Okay. You said what now? I'm sorry?
I put in 132 applications.
Everybody, he said when he got out, he put in over 132 applications. This was one determined man, and he finally got a job, and he's doing well. That's one thing I can say. somebody wants to know any advice. Attorney Roberta Stanton wants to know any advice for those left behind and for our youth.
What you mean left behind in prison?
Yes. Any advice?
In prison, right?
Uh-huh.
So my family is in prison.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because everybody else really just stole me away.
Okay.
They gave up on me. Everybody.
Okay. Okay.
But I still was determined to make it.
Thank you, Ferris Fair. I appreciate you. Your uncle really appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. What's the first thing you did when you got out of prison, man?
First thing I got out.
What's the first thing you did? Huh?
I kissed the ground.
All right. He kissed the ground, everybody. Okay, and let's see. How are you helping ex-offenders and offenders that are still incarcerated? How are you being beneficial to your brothers?
Well, I got my business license, and I got a non-profit organization called Prisoner Assistance.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to raise money, get them matches, gloves, anything, it's essential, just stamps and stuff.
Okay.
I'm also in the process of, I wrote the CEO in Georgia, right?
Okay.
And it's a Bluebird bus. And I asked them to donate a used bus or a van so I can help people to prison to visit their loved ones.
That's commendable. Cornelius, that's awesome, man. We need more guys like you that can honestly say that they've done that much time and that is not angry at the world and is still trying to make a difference in the world today. We really appreciate you, man. And I'm sure that your brothers and sisters or brothers that you're helping that are still locked up and behind bars are appreciative of what you're doing or what you started for them, man. Just keep doing what you've been doing, man. And the Lord will continue to bless you. We've got some more questions. Somebody wants to know, what's the first meal you ate?
The first meal when I got out?
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeehaw! All right, everybody. He had Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hey, it's an American staple. What can I say? It's an American staple.
About 12 or 15 pieces nonstop.
12 to 15 pieces, everybody. He said he was finger licking good. Finger licking good. What'd you say?
And a chocolate milkshake.
And a chocolate milkshake. There's nothing American more than a chocolate milkshake. I tell you. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video, everybody. Hit the thumbs up, and we're gonna make this video go viral. Hopefully, we're gonna get Cornelius on video eventually when we figure this video thing out. But in the meanwhile, you can hear him, and that's all that counts, everybody. So I don't know. Let's see. It's kind of blurring up here. Let's clear. Okay, there we go. So he said KFC. Da, 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 da.
And I did something I never did this week.
What's that?
I voted.
Everybody?
I ain't never voted in my life.
Did you hear that, everybody? Mr. Bridges said he's never voted in his life, and he did something that he'd never done in his life. So don't forget to get out and vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but just vote. That's all I can tell you to do. Get out and vote because your vote definitely counts, everybody. And Mr. Bridges is one of the few people that has done it, so we've got to pat him on the back. He did it. He's voted. I haven't got out and got a chance to vote yet, and that's awesome.
Hey, but I want them to know something else too, right?
What's that?
They want me to do 14 years clear record for the place of stay and employment before they can say I'm free. And then after I do the 14 years, it's still not guaranteed they're gonna let me be a free man.
Wow, that's crazy.
But guess what? I'm gonna make it though.
You sure are gonna make
I'm
it.
gonna make it.
You sure
I'm
are.
gonna make it.
You sure are. George wants to know: are you still on parole?
Yes, yes.
George,
and guess what?
What's that?
If I get in any trouble, I got 51 years left.
If he gets in any trouble, everybody, he has 51 years left. Did you hear me? 51 years left. No trouble. Go to work, get home, eat dinner, and be peaceful. That's it. So, yeah. Hey, man, we really appreciate you coming in, man. We really appreciate you taking your time out.
I come back on. I'm trying. I talk to a lot of young people, right? Some of them listen, to some of them don't. But these folks, if they hired me for 41 years, what do you think they're gonna do to y'all?
Right. Right. So before we get out of here, if it's anything you can say to the youth, if we can catch them before they get to doing the crimes, what would you like to say to some of the youth?
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It was 5 of us, right? That's what I'm saying. It was 5 of us. And we split it about $5,600. 5 people. Is it worth 41 years?
No.
It was 5 of us, black out, young and dumb. You know what I mean? And another thing, I have never smoked a cigarette. I ain't never drunk a beer. And I ain't never been high in my life.
That's awesome. Hey, somebody just said, let me tell you what somebody just said. They said, Mr. Cornelius, I know that we reap what we sow, but salute to you, sir, for staying positive and strong. God is showing you enough good blessings to you.
Yes, yeah.
You got a lot of people that's rooting. You got a lot of people in my chat that's rooting you on, and they don't even know you, man. So you've really put a big impression on these people, man.
Ask some of them when they get to my calls.
Huh?
Ask some of them when they get to my calls for the prisoners assistance.
What do you want? Okay, what are you trying? What are you asking me to do? I'm sorry. You want me to?
When they donate something to my prison.
Okay. Everybody. Okay, so everybody, he has a cause, and it's called what? Prisoners what?
Prisoner assistance.
It's called Prisoners Assistance. What I can do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to type your name up on my chat, and they can find you on Facebook.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Everybody, I'm going to type his name on Facebook, and you can see what Mr. Cornelius is doing.
Hey, you still got my card, right?
Believe so, but I might have to get some more.
I can send you a picture of my GoFundMe thing, right? The prisoner assistance.
Okay,
and
Mr. Cornelius.
A copy of my license, so they know there ain't no scam.
Okay, so everybody, the only
prison I can help is the prisoners in Indiana.
Okay, so
because that's where I got my license from.
Okay, so everybody, you can donate to Mr. Cornelius Bridges, his Prisoners Assistance Fund, but go on Facebook so that you can reach out to him. And he's only helping prisoners here in Indiana and their families. So he's trying to get them rides to people to visit the prisoners, and then also helping prisoners with masks and different things that they need in toiletries and different things that they're going to need inside of the prison. So if you can help donate to his endeavors, we really appreciate that. Okay. And again, everybody, we appreciate you coming in the chat. We appreciate Mr. Cornelius Bridges taking his time out and talking to us about the things that he experienced going in prison and coming out of prison. We wish him the best of luck. And again, Francis Jones said the best future endeavors for you, Mr. Bridges. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. I'm Lifestyles with Eric, and I am out.